My name is Cynthia Henry. I'm the author of the book, Remembering the Halifax Capitol Theatre, 1930 to 1974. In 1929, famous players wanted to bring Hollywood to Halifax. So in 1930, they built the theater. They hired ironworks people to make the curtains, people to make the tapestries. The chairs were brought in, and it was a magnificent theater. 2,014 seats when it first opened its doors. So 1930, on October 31st, Halloween night, it opened to the people of Halifax. Huge hot air balloon in the sky. People were lined up, just to see the gorgeous interior. Bringing the world of movies to Halifax, could it be any more special? Hollywood, they made it into a spectacle, almost a movie set in itself, and it was all a medieval theme. So there was a suit of armor, tapestries galore, gargoyles that hung over your head that weighed 70 pounds. My mother, who grew up in Halifax, she was Frances Duggan. One of her favorite trips was going to the Capitol Theatre. She said it was like, you felt like royalty. She would dress up, beautiful white gloves, and she would enter into the theater. So she'd often talk about this beautiful Capitol Theater, and I had no idea, because at the time, this is 1997, there's no theater. I decided to go up to the library just to check out. I'm always curious about history and certainly fascinated about Halifax's history, and I was working in downtown Halifax at the time. And ironically, I had an office on the main floor of the Maritime Center at the time. So lo and behold, I would find out that that's where the Capitol Theatre was, right at the Maritime Center. And then I started digging a bit more and started making a few more phone calls, and over time, and 3 years later, I had enough to put a book together.
Hi, I'm Larry Kennedy, former manager of the Capitol Theatre in Halifax. I started as a teenager in high school as an usher on or about the 7th of October, 66. Lots of live shows, wonderful live shows. Kenny Rogers as a young man with the first edition, and Neil Diamond was one of my favorite shows. It was just a really special time, especially for such a young fella. A lot of people came in, they dressed up. To have people coming in and be in awe of the decor and the layout of the theater and the size of the theater and the magnificence of the theater, it was very special. I planned on being there, for the next 20 or 30 years. And that didn't happen, so it just changed my world entirely. I had some serious rethinking to do. The night of the closing on the 24th, Sunday the 24th of March, 1974, the staff was all in a somber, quiet, sad mood, and understandably, we all loved the place. Somebody came up with the idea, let's sign the sheet that we do every week, weekly sheet, and what the movies, what the times are, who's in it, that sort of thing. And that started a few tears. We had to be out at midnight. So I took a stroll through the theater and dealt with my memories and wonderful experiences. I've never forgotten. I think of it regularly. I think of the people regularly. I remember opening the safe and taking the keys and throwing them inside and going out the exit door and sort of saluting the theater as I walked up Spring Garden Road to the bank.
What was it to Halifax? I think it must have been the coolest place in the world to go. You walk into that theater, there's a suit of armor, gorgeous red tapestries from the ceilings down to the floors. It was just plush and royal and regal and gorgeous, and I can't imagine. I don't know any other place in downtown Halifax, now or ever, that will ever come close to what the Capitol Theatre was in both beauty, presence, and sheer enjoyment.